Lying here, my time's up. And touching and thinking I will be with you time after time. Hey, how's everyone going? Well, I just watched JJ Stoner's show and I thought that was really good. Like, as always, he's the voice of reason in a crazy time. I just realised it looks like I've got one eye that's like down this way and the other eye that's like bug eyes, but it's because I went for a nap, so I don't have any makeup on. Bug eyes nap. Oh, that's so crazy looking. Not that I was crying or anything. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well anyway. So I hope you are. I can't see any of your chats, so I'm gonna hope that you're coming up on my stream. It's not saying anyone's watching me, but maybe because it was later, there is people here. I hope there's people here. Yeah, there's people here. Hi, Tecmo and Chad. Have you seen the future? Yeah, of course I have. Yeah, I love that film. What about it, Chad? It's a brilliant film. When he jumps out of the it's like a well, and he jumps out just especially so that he can like escape, and then he manages to somehow escape whatever the fuck. I think it was, well, obviously because he was a fugitive. I thought it was a brilliant film. In Tecmo, sorry, said your name wrong. I shouted you out in the chat. JJ Stoner's amazing, isn't he? Like, I really like how he can like diffuse. See, whenever there's a crazy situation and like with ROTC fans and people, JJ Stoner just kind of like sits with a really reasoned head on his shoulders and kind of calms it down. I like that about him. I think he's really good. Yeah, I love that bit as well, Chad. I like I know it's not your real name, but I like your screen name, Chad Chapman. Did you just see what happened on Twitter as well, right? Basically, they were like, I hate that whole slut shaming and all that stupid, that all this Trump Democrat stuff, all that stuff that's going on. But basically, they did just slut shame this like rape victim. What they done was I think it was a Democrat. So I'm actually sticking up for a Democrat, but um, no, sorry, she was a Republican, and this Democrat woman posted a picture of the way they're behaving. It's fucking disgusting. It was a Democrat, and she's wearing like sexy lingerie, and it's obviously a private photo. And this wife or whoever, Bette Midler, I think it is. You can check on my Twitter because I've retweeted it, and I've said like, oh, you sorry, you forgot something. You just need your bell, and and I've done the image of the shame from Game of Thrones, and I said, and see, instead of rocks, each insult will actually be better than a rock. Or an old piece of lettuce because bruises heal, but see each tweet that'll be worse because it'll be more mentally painful. Like, and I was like, see, just like being really bitchy like to her, like I was going along with it, and I turned around and says, oh, I said, oh, but what are we gonna do? We can't shave our head. That's a shame. Oh well, I said, and then I just done like an angry face, like see like the wee emoji with an angry face, and I just said, you're doing exactly the same as Hillary Clinton done, which I know you probably idolised her, but you have to admit it was pretty disgusting, and any rape apologist isn't a disgusting person, is a disgusting person in my eyes. And I had a lot of good like people responding saying the same thing. But do you know what made me sick was the amount of retweets she got was sorry if it's a bit. Just tell me if it's a bit choppy. Yeah, he does know how to deal with the Russians. Slut shaming a rape victim. That's rank. Yeah, because she's a Republican. Just because she's a Republican, it would. I can guarantee you. Look what happened. Remember when the whole hashtag Me Too bullshit? Remember that crazy woman that came out the closet that said we must believe all women, and he apparently 40 years ago Trump raped her in a cupboard or some shit like that, just lies. But the second it's a Republican, then no, you don't. Then no, you pose really embarrassing pictures of her. You say like when she was clearly in her 20s, um, private pictures of her, and she wasn't even naked. She was just in sexy lingerie, and you basically say, well, because of that, you deserve to get raped. It's allegedly, still allegedly, but because she's a Republican, it's all over Twitter. It's disgusting. And again, I'll repeat it. The thing that made me the most sick was there was a lot of people like me saying you're disgusting. What about this whole women? All women should be believed. Blah blah blah. I was just more calling out for like slut shame, like just what. So because 20 years ago there's a private photo that you've got your grubby hands on, probably because your husband it's your husband. I don't know if it's her husband or who it is. It's some famous person in Congress as well. Um, because of that, you're gonna expose that picture, and that's gonna prove that your husband or friend didn't rape her. Bullshit. It doesn't matter if the girl was a fucking. And also, yeah, there was a video as well that she'd also put out where apparently, when she was, she liked to slap guys' bottoms. Like she seemed like she was quite a bubbly personality. And there's just one picture where she sit when Robin Williams was alive. She was given an award or something, and she went like that, and she slapped his bum. See, like a lads do to lads, men do to men. She kind of slapped his bum, and it was kind of like here exposed, and I was like, you're disgusting. I was like, so basically, fuck that. Yeah, so maybe she clearly slapped a guy's ass, and there's somehow that photo of her got out in a lingerie outfit. Does that mean that she deserves to be fucking raped? No, it doesn't. It also no means no, no matter what. Like, it doesn't fucking. Even fucking street prostitutes, it's against the law to rape them. I don't understand how that would work, because they'd have to admit to a crime first. But I think rape trumps being street prostitute. But fuck that. That's not the point. She was never a street prostitute. But I just mean, she was a human being, and it didn't say anything about her being promiscuous, because please believe me, would be dragged over the coals if she'd slept around. All they could find was that one photograph, and then a video of her slapping Robin Williams' ass, and an article saying that apparently she liked to touch the men like they were men, and was quite like touchy-feely with them. So what, are we living in fucking Saudi Arabia? Does that mean that that deserves for you to get raped now? How you doing, Nat Chloe? Thanks for coming along. Politics are terrible nowadays. Chad, it's disgusting. It really is. Like, I just think it's sick how, like, on Twitter as well, like, Twitter, I mean, the whole thing with the Democrats was believe all women, and it made all women look terrible. And then when a credible source comes around, because she happens to be Republican, oh, like, then she gets basically, again, just like the first time years ago. I was only a child, so I didn't get to see it, but I'm watching it now, like, all on the replays. Remember when Hillary was covering for Bill with Monica, and the way she talked about Monica, it was disgusting. Monica was younger than like I am now. She was like in her like early 20s, very early 20s, and she was talking about like she was some filthy, dirty slut, and that she was a liar. And then when it came out she was true, she just still slut shamed her, and basically made it was her fault. And a young girl with like, I mean, I'm 28, so I'm not like a spring puppy anymore, but I know that if I was working for the President of the United States, there would be like a power thing, especially if I was just an intern. And I mean, Bill Clinton, he's probably, I'm not going to say lie. Apparently, he's got like a lot of charm in real life, and I know that when you like, I usually do like office work, and like it's usually temp work. I'll do like admin assistant, but I've learned a trade beauty therapist, and when you're like, say you've got an office dynamic relationship, your boss, even in an office, there's that dynamic, and if your boss is a male, there's always that kind of, see if you're like having to squeeze past each other, and we have to wear like a skirt and like a white top, and then if he spills stuff on you, there's always that kind of sexual weird tension. And imagine he was the United States. You could tell in the photos, like the Prime Minister of the United States. You can see in the photos she's totally enamored with him. She's totally in love with him, and the way she's looking at him like that, and she's so young, and she's writing off like she's this horrible evil slut. She was just a young girl. Hillary Clinton. That's why I knew she was evil. I was just like, she's a rape apologist. Also, look at Pedo Island, and I mean, fucking Alex Jones is right when he goes on about she's covered for pedos and all the shit that happened on Pedo Island and just all that disgusting stuff. Yeah, she was laughing. Yeah. Hiya Marcus, how you doing? How have you been, pal? Thanks as well, Napco, for sticking around. Tecmo as well, I've missed you. I missed it. And Chad Chapperson, have you still got the wee picture of the wee? Is it? No, that was Rainbow. I'm trying to remember your wee emoji. I'll need to check it out afterwards. But so, what are you all up to? Is there any gossip and going down that's funny that you want to talk about on TV? Like just different. I'm just thinking of the difference of American TV and British TV. I don't know if you know, we've got a new Prime Minister, Boris Johnson. We all knew it's going to be Boris because Boris was for Brexit. Haley said, "You made it back, honey." Yeah, I made it back. Hi, babes. Yeah, no, I came back. I made a video when I came back, and then I made a couple of videos when I first came back. And but the long story short, my laptop. I need to get. I lost my. This is why I haven't been on my laptop. I have to buy a new laptop charger, which I can only get from one shop in Paisley. So I'm going to be getting that first thing tomorrow, and I need to go to the bank because you can only take it like it's a long story. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to be able to upload pictures like like stream like this way, but without less buffering because it's on my laptop, and then show videos and do things. But I said in Discord, I took some personal time off for myself. I don't want to give any bears any ammunition. Casa Perilla, but I'll tell you in Discord or on if you're on Twitter. See whichever one you're on. Send me a private message, and I'll private message you. I just don't want to say it on a video because they will then use that against me. I just had to take some time off for personal reasons, if that makes sense. I just don't want. Do you get what I mean? Like they just want to try and tear me down at any risk, any reason possible, and I'm not gonna let them. And it didn't bother me the first time, and I'm not gonna let them do it the second time. So, I just spent time with my family. Hey Froxin, are you in the house, sweetheart? Hey, darling. Muggy. Oi. Hi Evelyn, how you doing, sweetheart? Hey, show me kitties. Hi, darling. Hi, English till I die. Hi, how you doing? I was apologising, by the way, before you all came in. Sorry I have no makeup on. I was saying as well, see the way I was sitting, it looked dead weird. It looked like one of my eyes was kind of sliding off that way, and the other eye was sliding that way. And I was like, what the fuck is going on with my eyes? And then everyone came in the room, and I was like, oh, hello. It's because I have no makeup on. Like, because I'd went for a nap, I looked really weird. But did you see, like, I just shoved my other t-shirt back on. Like, but my dog had licked me. See when when dogs jump up and lick you, and it's got like, it looks like dog bogey lick. But I will need to just. I wore this 2 days ago on a stream. Was it 2 days ago? Because I got this on Sunday through the post on a Sunday. It must have been Monday, because it couldn't have been the Sunday. Could it? Because it was with Amazon or something weird. But I know I got it before a lot of American people. Because a few American people were saying, how come you got yours before I got mine? I was like, I don't know. But apparently Teesprings is based in the UK. That who was it that told me that? I can't remember. I think it was Missing Link that told me that. Or I could be totally wrong. It could be somebody else on Twitter that told me. Show me kitties, show me kitties. Everyone loves Show Me Kitties. She's lovely. Frocks Una, and who doesn't love Frocks Una? Hi, I am Chapman. Chad Chapman. Oh, I love that with the glasses. Shut up, you're a man. You're a belter. Shut up, man. You're a belter. Oh, I love your ring. Thank you. No, I was just laughing at like you know that way if you ever caught yourself like just sitting waiting for people to come in and then you look in and then you go like that and then you just notice your eye and I was like, what? My eyes look like one because my eyes have always popped out, but I just was like, because I've no makeup on, I was like, I look a bit, something looks wrong with me. It's you know that way you're just not used to seeing yourself without makeup on screen. But I was like, could be worse. I could look. I was see before you came in. I was just talking about that Republican candidate. Don't worry, because for the people that were in, because I don't want to annoy them all by talking about it again. But it's disgusting the way they're talking about her. I've retweeted it. This woman, it's basically Hillary 2.0 being a rape apologist about Monica, but worse. This woman, because she was a Republican, it's not believe all women now. Now they're literally shaming her because they managed to dig up a photograph of years ago she's wearing, and it's clearly a private fucking photo, and she's not even naked in it. She's wearing lingerie. So because of that, she deserved to be raped because she's a Republican. And then the second thing she dug up, the same woman, because trust me, oh, I gave her what to. Sound like a wee granny, like, well, I told her. But there's a picture of her hugging Robin Williams, clearly before he was dead, and she spanks him on the bum, and it said in the video like that she was quite flirtatious and she would touch the men and hug the men. She was very bubbly, like it was her basically making it like she wanted to get raped. She's this, like, she made out she was this wholesome Republican candidate, like congresswoman, but apparently like but there's no proof. If they, you know for a fact, if they had one even tiny bit of fake proof that she'd slept with anybody, they would have told everybody. They don't. All they have is an old photograph that somebody got in a dodgy way of her in lingerie, and a picture of her in a friend's way slapping the bum. So I basically done, the shame thing, and I said, oh wait, you forgot your bell, from Game of Thrones. I says, you forgot your bell. I says, and plus how we got to shave our head. I says, but don't worry. See, instead of you actually throwing stones, like, and Twitter being like the whole walk of shame, I said, every single tweet that you're going to be sending this woman, like, she's a Congress lady now. I said that has got the bruise is healed. This has got to sting a lot more, much more for our mental health. And then I've done like an angry face, and then another face, and I just done like hashtag rape apologist, and then I says you're no better than Hillary Clinton. You're probably your idol because she was a Democrat. I knew that straight away. She's only doing this because she's a Democrat. And I said, and then but like I was saying to the guys before you guys came in, I was saying, do you know what made me sick? Seeing the Twitter feed, it wasn't so much like, I knew she'd be disgusting because she's obviously protecting a fellow Democrat. It's not even her husband. I think it was somebody. I think it was Barbara Streisand that done it, or somebody like that. Somebody that she pays the Democrats a lot of money to anyway, to protect this guy's reputation. And it's always the Democrats. They're the sleazeballs anyway. And now a Republican woman's came forward for the first time. The whole Me Too, all of the Democrats, they all turned out the women to be liars and the men all to be rapists. Now a Republican woman's came true. They're trying to do everything they can to slut shame her, to do all this stuff. And I hated those words, slut shamed, because the women were not getting slut shamed. Because they were fucking either A, sluts, or B, liars. Do you get what I mean? So it kind of it's the same with the whole Me Too thing. It ruined it for actual real victims of rape. And I knew that was going to happen, and I knew something like this was going to happen, and now it has. And what made me sick in the comments was there was so many people like saying, oh, what was it? There was people just saying complete. You need to read the comments. Like I said, I've retweeted it and I've commented. But go and read some of the comments. There's people saying like, "Oh, if that was a Democrat woman, trust me, she would be not believed in a second. Why is this woman even getting any airtime?" And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Use own like every fucking media outlet there is." Airtime. You gave a crazy woman that thinks rape is sexy. How do you feel about rape? Sexy. Like, you gave her airtime, you idiots. Don't, that it's too funny. I laugh and I even think about that. Epic shirt. Thank you. My day wave. I know I wore it 2 days ago, but I had to put it on again today. I just quickly grabbed it. I was like, oh, let me check it's not too crinkled. But my day wave radio show. But my dog Bailey came up and licked me before I came on, so I've got a big dog lick mark. Like, but yeah, the day wave radio show. I'm just waiting. I've ordered a JJ Stoner, the £17 vest ones. You know how you can get 2 vests. One is like a tight vest, and the other one is a less tight one. So the one I got was the baggier one, so that way it can be like, I can wear it with like a, see down, because they come down there, and then I can wear it with something cool. And then I want to get the ROTC mug so that I can drink from that. And then I really want to get there's a few I want to get, but I want to space. Obviously, I'll space them out. I can't just go and buy millions of t-shirts. How's things hanging? They're always hanging. Dependent. My ponytail weight is that more to the right or something? It's hanging a little bit to the left today. There you go. See that's because I'm a female. That's my makeshift lily, so it's hanging to the left. Thank you. What about you? I remember the first time I seen my hairy butt in the mirror. I haven't. Oh, oh, Thomas, how you doing, sweetheart? How you doing? Joe Gatto? Who's Joe Gatto? Chuck Liddell. This isn't real life. What's wrong, Chuck Liddell? Are you okay? This isn't real life. This is just. Oh, my songing. Do you remember? This isn't real life. Is that what you're talking about? No. Sorry, I don't get it. Blumples. What's Blumples? How you doing, JP? She's still wearing her new shirt. Not still. I just put it on there when I came on. But yeah, I just put it, the second I got it, I was like, yay, so I put it on. I was all happy. No, I've been out. I wouldn't have been wearing these with that. It would be a bit of a clash, like orange and pink. But no. And I was saying that as well, like, I feel like I'm embarrassed because I've, like, not got any makeup on, but I was like, fuck it, I don't care. Like, I was like, and just because, like, I wanted to get, like, have that, and then my dog licked it, but just so that I could promote Daywave, I thought I'd shove it on. Because I was wearing another top I've got there, but it was because it's really hot outside. England till I'll die knows. It's like the hottest day in UK this year. It's the hottest day. So I've been out wearing like a vest top basically. Joe Gators. I bet Millie's sexuals. Yeah, I believe that, Chad. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that whole thing's on Benjamin. Why doesn't he like see Nick Fuentes? He says he was offered a trip to Israel. He talks about like the paedophiles and the things they do. Like he tells you, but Owen never talks about the stuff. Like he never ever like exposes the paedophiles. I didn't know there was a trip to Israel. Do you get what I mean? I didn't know like the ways they do it, but Nick Fuentes is really good at like explaining what they do. It's disgusting. Just watched it. Funny shit. Yeah. When does the Lacy t-shirt come out? Oh, the Lacy t-shirt. I'll need to get one. I'd need to get someone to design it. I'm really bad at drawing. Like I said, I got this one, and then I got this one on Monday. I wore it. I had it. I've had it. I wore it the second I got it. And then that was for two. That was like for 3 streams on the same day, and then that was 2 days ago, I think, or 3 days ago, and then I didn't have it on, and then I just quickly put it on their first stream. I was like, but yeah, it looks like it's not that. You see how like there's 3 in a row, and now there'll be like 4. It looks like it that I've wore. It's been 4 days in a row. It's not. It's like just if you look at the dates, they were all from like 2 days ago. I've never heard of Daywave Radio. Have you never heard of it? Oh, you need to. They're really good. It's the Freak Show Radio. The Freak Show Radio. They basically Daywave. His name's Royce. Like he does like he finds people like Edope. I don't know if you've heard of Edope. Like he beats me. Like his he they're very clever about the way they talk about well, it doesn't matter how clever they are. They're very clever about how they talk about the see, you need to be so careful with, like, you can't even criticize other people or do anything at all, even in the comments now, without you getting kicked off of JTube. It's crazy, but yeah, but they're very clever when they talk around that subject, but they still get around it. But so like they managed to do things like that, but they still got fucked over by YouTube. YouTube still owes them 3 grand. Like I know that might not seem like a lot of money to like some of the bigger content creators like Owen Benjamin, but that's because like he like. But does he not like have like fucking Jew money anyway, like crazy amounts of money? So why does he give a fuck about? He was like saying like, oh yeah, they owe me 50 grand, but then suddenly they didn't. But they still not fucking paid them, but they're on D Live now anyway. Puberty scared the hell out of me. Puberty scared the hell out of me as well, because as you know, like I'm 5 foot and like I'm like I wear children's clothes still. Like I wear adults' clothes, but the only reason I can usually get adults' clothes is because see if I was going to a shop, t-shirts are fine and like shorts and things and dresses, but see when it comes to jeans they're always too long, so if they're skinny jeans I can just take them in, but I usually just order see like off Amazon, and like the good thing is because there's that many Asian shops, like basically women from Asia came over, they actually wear like nice clothes, like western clothes under their burqas, so because usually they're small and petite, they fit me, and also Chinese clothes are perfect for me because their small is like my small, whereas Scottish and British people tend to be getting, like females tend to be getting bigger, the same as in like how America it used to be American, British were always the bad teeth, and Scottish Americans were always more, they had more obese people. Well, now it's like Britain has got like a lot of obese people, like, and I mean heavily obese. I don't just mean chubby. Like even just this, they've changed the sizes without telling people. It's crazy, like it really is. So I have to and because so when I went into puberty, like I was always like that, like just like back and front, just like a stick figure, and then like I started to like wee hips, and then like I was like ah, and then I got to like 14 after I'd went through puberty, and then like thought, okay, I'm gonna get like really long legs now and big boobs. I'm 14, but no, I stopped growing at 14, and I've stayed the same ever since. Literally, it's crazy. Like, I just stopped going. Every Drew gets a free. Yeah, not that one. Not that one, Evelyn. I know the free trip to Israel, but I'm talking about what's his name? Nick Fuentes was offered a free trip to Israel. I'm not talking about. I watched a program about that. You know how they can go. They go on a free trip to a year, and it's for moderates because you get the cultural Jews. Then it said you get the moderate Jews, then you get the Orthodox Jews. I watched that one. And it's their birthright or something like that. Yeah, Owen has got 100% secrets from Hollywood. But what? Oh, Bifrost. I didn't know you were going Bifrost, darling. Jews, 100%. Yeah, I, um, I, I just think that. What do you think about the Mueller testimony? Oh, I think see the whole thing with Mueller. I'll tell you in a second. I tried to distract from how much of a buffoon he was. They dropped the story about him. Yeah, exactly. And try and that and that to try and distract from how much and drop that story. Yeah, exactly. It's so true. Like, we'll see Mueller. I kind of feel, in a way, I felt a bit bad for Mueller because I thought, do you know what? Like, Mueller was used from the start. Like, if he didn't get the Democrats Trump, he was fucked. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I mean big time fucked. And now they're making out like that he's just this arsehole, which he was out to get Trump completely. So he was an arsehole. I don't really feel sorry for him anymore. I think he's a stupid idiot. I think I feel like it's a sad old man getting ripped to shreds by a bunch of these fucking animals that are just angry because they didn't get Trump. Haven't you seen it in ages? Oh, they beat me in the house there. Oh, what frocks? Tell me what happened. Who's beating you in the house? No, who's beating for rocks? No, I have been watching it, but I didn't know anyone was beating you in the house. Chuck Liddell at Palestine. Chuck. Well, I'm just gonna say I'd just say Palestine if I had to choose Israel or Palestine. Do you mean recognise it as a? Well, I don't think what should have happened should happen. Of course, I shouldn't. No, there's a reason no president has ever. I mean, first of all, it shouldn't be about whether Palestine belongs to the Muslims or the Jews, because the Palestinians are a people. They're Christian Palestinians, atheist Palestinians, all different religions of Palestinians. There's only one religion of Judaism. In my opinion, it is an ethno-state. It's not just my opinion. And they are no ally of the American people. They do not like the Goyim. My opinion. You need a DNA test to go over there and live if you want to live there. Do you see any other country? Can you imagine any other country in the world that would do that? Like, and literally say, no, you need a DNA test to be over here. They would get ran over the hot coals for that, seriously. And the people of Palestine, I've seen videos and they've blown my mind where literally the reason, like, Tommy Robertson made this video about, like, look at these Palestinians, look, they'd rather spend money on weapons and stuff instead of feeding their own children. The reason there's 40% of unattended children is because all their parents have been slaughtered by some other side that some would say have, let me see, better weapons, better fucking war material, better strategy, almost like they've kind of got help from a very powerful, what's the word, foreign ally. Do you get what I'm saying? So what they're doing in Palestine is totally fucked up. And do you know what I even seen? It was on the Enigma report, so I'll give him a shout out, an amazing guy. Uh, he even put a thing up where they were talking about, he'd read an article about this missile strike. Aye, those real missile strikes that apparently he was sitting there the whole time calm as anything going, this is real, this is real. He said this is real about five times in 2 seconds. This is real, this is real. Just pure calm going on about how real it was. And you could see just missiles in the background. He goes, this is what us Israelis have to live through every day. The terror, the fear. And I was like, no, you can see the missiles going off over the wall, killing all of the Palestinians that are unarmed. The worst thing they can do is go, ah, la, 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 and run up with a bomb on themselves and then get blown up or shot with one of your missiles. So yous are killing more of their mum and dads. That's why there's kids running about with no food. And that's why they do get radicalised, because most of them are Christian or atheists. And then ISIS or whatever, before, like, the newest group jumps in, Hamas, and says, look, if you want to defeat these people that are doing this, we can help you. Join our fun little group. No, religion, whatever. And then they use terrorism and they use the tragedy that is happening to get them to join, because they've seen firsthand not the face that we all see of the American or the British. I'm scared to even say their name, but they get to see the first hand of them. And I've even got on my front page, like, it was a family in Palestine. George Galloway in Scotland has done a lot of work exposing. He calls it. He basically exposes it. He says it's an ethno state. That he flies over to Palestine all the time. He's a Celtic fan, and he spends a lot of money. Because he's from the same area I'm from, he's grew up with a lot of the same problems. With people and a lot of Muslims, so he's talked to a lot of Muslims, and that's what made him want to go over and find out what was happening when he had a rough life, and so he went over and he found out that they're literally living in an apartheid state, where if you are not a Jew, if you're not an Israeli, it doesn't matter if you're Israeli, if you're not a Jew, because you need to be a Jew to be an Israeli, and I mean, you can get Israeli. There's people that live in Israel that have lived there for many years that are Christian or that are Muslim, but they're all getting pushed to Gaza. That was the thing from the Enigma report, sorry. They're now getting called Gazians. Since when have these people ever been called Gazians? That's not what's happening. As Israel is taking more and more land, they're getting everybody else is getting less and less land, so they're just going to this one strip, the Gaza Strip, and that's where they're all getting shot down dead, and it's horrific. Like, it's so bad. Like, see, watching all the videos, it's so. George Galloway got fired over that tweet as well. It was so horrible. I'm British and I have really bad teeth, but I need to get my teeth whitened. My teeth, believe it or not, for being a smoker, are not as bad. They could be a lot worse. But for being a smoker, yeah, if I get them whitened, they'll be fine. But yeah, like I was saying, what else was I saying? Hey, Lacey, how you doing, Stephen? How you doing? They want anywhere from 12 to 13 grams per day. Seriously? Abuse. Oh, right, yeah. I was getting what you're saying now. Sorry, Chad, I'm not saying all British, I'm just saying the stereotype. Do you get what I mean? The stereotype is usually that Americans had the problem with the obese people, and British people have the problem with, like, that woman with, like, the black tooth, remember? Like a big black tooth like that. Not all British, though. That's like saying all British people have bad teeth, which is just a lie. And clearly not all Americans are not obese. Again, another lie. But you know what the media's like when they want to say something, they'll say it, no matter if it's fucking true or false or whatever the fuck it is. Oh, you're still here? Yay. 12 hours I just got shot. Yep, I know, I read it, bad guy. I think I saw it on your thing, by the way, on your, I retweeted it from your Twitter. That made me feel physically sick. I cannot believe, by the way, that you managed to get hold of that, by the way, because how they even published that, I have no idea. But yeah, 12 Israeli teenagers came over and read, oh yeah, they just read them a nice little book as they fucking raped the shit out of these poor children because they're underage or they're very, very barely legal. The girls and the 12 Israeli boys, so the 12 Jewish boys, because I mean, what other country can you say? I mean, you can look to Scotland and you can say, well, I can give you a good guess that if you're to look to either Catholic Scotland or Catholic Ireland, you'd say I can guarantee they're either Catholic or Irish. They're got to be Christian. Or you would look to maybe Spain and say I can guarantee they're going to be Catholic. But you wouldn't say I know they're going to be Catholic. There's only one state in the world. There's only one state in the world where you can look to a country and say, okay, they're from that country, so they have to 100% then be, not just guess, not just maybe, not just a bet, but you know they are Jewish. I'm just saying, just pointing it out. That's called an ethno-state. That is what George Galloway said. It is an ethno-state. It is wrong. It is disgusting what they're doing. What they're doing to the Palestinians just makes me sick. And I have no idea how you got your hands on that material, by the way. Seriously, good kudos, hats off to you for that. Murdoch. I don't know who Murdoch is, pal. How long was Palestine? I was laughing and done. Sorry, I'm laughing. I don't know if you're trying to make me say that. Wait, I have a few words. Oh, cunts. No, I know Chuck Liddell. It's disgusting. It is good to see frogs, isn't it? I love seeing frogs. Good to see you too. I've been watching your videos and I can. Thanks, Plantel. Yeah, by the way, JP, your videos are great. I love watching them. Thank you. I was mocking Erop. Oh, right, yeah, he beats me. Yeah, I've been watching on Erop as much as I can. If I could get a t-shirt that says he beats me with a picture of Erop, I would. Lacy, do you like? I'll need to check out Murdoch. How long was Palestine officially a country? I honestly don't know. I don't know. My whole lifetime, I'm 28, and my whole lifetime since that I've even been aware, if that makes sense, there's always been Israel-Palestine conflicts. But in the news, the way it was made out was that it was equal. That I was always taught that Israel and Palestine have hated each other since the beginning of time, and that there's war on both sides, and it was equal. And it wasn't until I kind of got jailed and opened my eyes to a lot of things that I realised, no, wait a minute, it's not equal. It's like trying to go into a fist fight with somebody with a fucking what's that thing called? You're going into a fight, just a fist fight with your fists, and the other person's standing with a machete in one hand, a big fucking machete, and then in the other hand they'd have the machete like that, and then in the other hand they've just got a big semi-automatic rifle with a silencer, just hack, 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 hack. The other person's just lying there like, I trusted you. Sorry, I was just getting blown to bits. But yeah, like that would be my perception of what I was taught at school. It was an equal fight. No, it's not. Can't be an equal fight when Saudi Arabia. Please, somebody explain to me why Saudi gives money to the US. See, like with the whole and I'm not saying I'm not this 9/11, because you know that's against the terms of service, right? So I couldn't say, just for example, 9/11, say I was one of those people that believed that 9/11 was an inside job and that it was actually Israel that had done it. If I was one, I'm just saying, just say I was one of those people that the government knew about it, and that the Saudis and Israel either knew about it or done it. I mean, you can't say that. Like, I mean, it's crazy. YouTube, you used to be able to say anything. You're not allowed to say anything like that now. But what I seen a really good meme the other day, and I think it was on this channel. It was a guy. I need to give the guy credits. So when I find the link, I'll put it up. He was actually doing a chat about Owen Benjamin and this fight with Nick Fuentes, and then Owen exposing his dad. He's a really cool guy. I just can't remember his name right now. But he's like, he breaks all it down. But he basically said that, see, what's there was a meme, and he showed you the meme, and the meme was like the American bird, see, like for war, like standing away like that, like it didn't want to fight, like America didn't want to fight. The bird with the white, the white bird, that, and it had like the American flag. It represented America, and it didn't want to fight. And then it had like this three kind of three bodies, but kind of morphed into one. In the middle was neocons, right? It says neocons. And then on one side it said Saudi Arabia, and the other side it said Israel. Like Saudi Arabia had the prince hat on, and it said Saudi Arabia, and then Israel has the Zionism flag and on the Star of David, and it said Israel. So you had to be pretty stupid not to know who they were talking about. But yeah, and like, cause you kind of sometimes forget, like, yeah, Saudi Arabia do have a lot to do with it. It's not just always Israel. But why do you think Israel, like, well, I know why Israel do it. Sorry, I mean, I meant to say, why do you think Saudi Arabia, what have they got to gain by? Is it all to do with oil? Yeah, and like the opium kind of shit. Really? Like they'd kill free? Aye, that's what. Yeah. Free Palestine for the water and the blood. And they sang Chelsea. I'm a Celtic fan. Like, you can. This is what George Galloway got in so much trouble for. Like, I wear all my Celtic tops all the time, and Tommy Robertson, that Zionist piece of shit, tried to, like, I went down to try and I told him what I thought about him, but basically he started all this. See, with the Celtic fans and Palestine and Zionism, he wanted to annoy Scottish people, and because he's a football thug, right? And they always get battered, dude. Anyway, like every time they come up to Scotland, they get their faces punched right in, like they get totally battered. And anytime you wear a Celtic top out, like all the Muslims all stop you and they're like, "Oh, you're freeing Palestine, you," and like they're always like really nice to you. And it's like, yeah, listen, and I'm not excusing the grooming gangs who've raped a lot of people. I know. I'm just saying I think what's happening in Palestine's fucked up. But he's made it because he spends a lot of money in Celtic. This is one of their away tops. But like, cause they've got two away tops that I had one on the other day. But basically, yeah, like, so basically, Celtic is like they were founded in 1888, and one of their songs, basically Tommy Robertson, what they do, and I don't know if you've seen Green Street, is they build up with the English teams, like in Rangers, which is such a shit team. Like they couldn't even make it like first top of the league. We've been top of the league for like years now, but since like they got fired when I was a teenager, so it's like a year. It was like literally. It's honestly been about 9 years ago, and they got fired. They got made like bankrupt, and yeah, the Enigma report. Big ups the Enigma report, and he's changed. He's had to. I don't know if he's got his channel back yet, but he's now to the Enigma Cipher. So everyone needs to join him. He's amazing. He does amazing content. He calls himself the alternative to the alternative news. He does not mince his words. That's why I think he lost his channel, because he said he kept using the word fake too many times. He was right in his last video. That's all I'm going to say. Don't worry, the video's gone, so I can't be banned for saying what I said. I'm just saying he was right. He was very eloquent to put together. I'm lucky I got to see it before I got ripped down. But it just shows you how evil they are. The thing is, he's not even got 1,000 subscribers yet, but he's got a lot of support. He's getting clearly shadow banned because he's right on the nose with the stuff. Get it on the nose. Jewish nose. She's got that Jewish nose. Where am I getting that song from? That I know it's an ROTC. They've got that in their intro. But yeah, no. Celtic. Tommy Robertson is a fucking. He is a racist. Please believe me. But it's Jewish supremacy he believes in. And apparently there's a word I didn't know about. That's one of the worst forms of racism. Like, people don't seem to realise. 2 seconds and I'll tell you this word. I mean, I didn't even know about it. I didn't think you could, like, you're taught at school, oh, you can't be racist to white people. Bullshit, yes you can. Fuck off and don't lie. No, apparently it's called, this is it. Lockism. Sorry. It's called, it's 2 little beautiful blonde children, and it says, what is, and it's spelled Loxism. What is lockism? And then it says, it's 2 little, they look about 5 years old, beautiful little children. It says, lockism is the Jews' hatred not merely of Gentiles, but specifically of white people. Loxism is the most powerful form of racial hatred on the planet, and yet it is never, not once, mentioned by the mainstream media news, nor it never will be. And I never knew about that. Oh, and when I went down to London, I literally got sent a picture of Tommy Robertson wearing a t-shirt saying Mossad. He's now admitting that he gets money from Mossad, is funded by Mossad. He's been on tours with Mossad. He posts them up on his TR News, saying that Mossad are amazing. They stop, and he tells the British public, well, the ones that follow him, the idiots. He basically says, all that Mossad do is basically, what's the word? All they do is help by stopping terrorists, and they're really good at stopping ISIS and Hamas and the Muslim Brotherhood, blah 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 blah. Nah. They're also very good at doing something else. Maybe, making a few too many. I don't want to say the trigger words. Unreal. I don't have a flag on this. I hope it's not a fake. Where is the flag? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, you do. They're very good at doing that. And also I believe they're behind a lot of other things as well. Celtic or Rangers. Celtic, to answer just to there. It's because Celtic are, again, like I said, Celtic are the ones, we're the ones that are shouting free Palestine, and they're the ones that are all flying Zionism flags. Not one of them is a Jew, by the way. It's not about Jews, and it was Rangers that done this. They made it about Britain is a Jewish country, and it was all about the football hooligans. They made it about Zionism. And Scotland does not like to be governed by anyone, and we said, no, go fuck yourself. And we said, no, you will freely. Celtic were the underdogs at the beginning, and we all have always liked the underdogs. So because we are from the Irish Catholic background, as my mother was, most of the Celtic fans are all Irish Catholic, and we're a bigger club. You just need to look at Ibrox. That's Rangers home. It looks like a prison, and then you need to look at Parkhead. That's my football stadium, and it's stunning, and it's mostly like rosary bead people, and like it's beautiful, and they've all liked the underdog. And that's what, like, my grandpa was a coal miner, do you know what I mean, before he died. And my granny raised 9 kids, including my mum. And it's just, yeah, it's just, they're the ones that started bringing Zionist flags. And then George Galloway says, oh, what, so yous can fly your Zionist flags, but Celtic have been told if we fly a Palestinian flag, well, not only that they've been banned, we're now to get stopped and searched at the game, and if we've got a Palestinian flag, we will be turned away even if we've paid for our ticket. So we're not allowed to fly Palestinian flags. And if you get caught chanting any Palestinian chants like Free Free Palestine, you will be chucked out of the vicinity. And I was like, so he sent a tweet saying, well, this is messed up, how come you're still doing it? How come they're like one rule for thee, another for thee, something like that, right? He got fired from his job for that, and they brought him on Good Morning Britain, you can Google it, and they had that fat prick, and basically Lord Sugar, who is the equivalent to the British, Lord Sugar's the equivalent to the British Donald Trump before Donald Trump was Donald Trump, but without being charismatic or funny. He's just a rich, annoying prick, and he just keeps shouting George Galloway down and telling him, "What you talk? Listen, son, if I was to meet you in the pub, I'd give you a punch." George Galloway just laughs at me, and he's like, "Here, do you know where I grew up? If I was to meet you," he says, "have you seen the scars I've got?" George Galloway grew up in Glasgow. Are you a fucking idiot? He would just literally, oh, boom, come here. See this posh twat who does not know what he's talking about is trying to threaten somebody who literally goes to Palestine all the time, grew up and just round the corner from me in one of the roughest parts of Glasgow, spent his life's work trying to help the Palestinian people. He speaks to a lot of Jews who want to end Zionism as well. He's not an anti-Semite or whatever the fuck they want to call it. He just basically is very clued up. He knows, he spoke to, I don't even know what you'd call an anti-Semite. He even said that. I mean, what the fuck? That's a made-up word. That's like saying he said, if you hate one Jew, that makes you an anti-Semite. And someone said yes, and he said, well then that means everybody's an anti-Semite because you can't say that every Jew is a good person. And then he started listing like serial killers that nobody knew that were actually Jewish. Like, everybody knew them, but nobody knew they were Jewish. And he was like, oh, you're an anti-Semite then. You are. He's brilliant though. He's really good. Partick Thistle. That's Chad. They've got an amazing football hooligans. Like, their fans are amazing. But personally, I'm Celtic till I die. If you cut me, I would die. I would bleed green. Turbohead. Murdoch's pretty good and promotes Jew like meetings. Right. I'll need to check out Murdoch. Well, I thought you just wanted me to say Murdoch. Right. No, I'll need to check. Thank you. Right, wait, I'll take a picture and check. Murdoch. Right, I'll check him out. Nobody's perfect. I think your teeth look fine. Oh, thank you. Thank you, JP Lionheart. They read the Talmud. Oh no, well, I don't know. I don't like I'm sorry. My personal view is, if Jews that study the Talmud are the ones that are the most messed up, they shouldn't do that. Just because the Talmud is just a bunch. It's like the Hadiths. That's when you get into the fucked up shit. I'm sorry for my language, but with the Catholic Church, the Bible, we've got one book. That's it. We don't have all these and they can, Jews and like Orthodox Jews and some of the Imrams spend their life studying like the fatwa, not the fatwa, sorry, the hadiths and the like all these books, all these scriptures, and apparently one of these Jews, Goldstein, someone was talking about it with Owen Benjamin, and I just tuned in because I wanted to see him abuse this Jew. He was just treating him like shit. And I was like, so I take it he's got a house Jew, like, see, like a house N-word. Like, he just let this Jew just let them just rip him to shreds. Whereas if that was me, I would just jump up and be like, here, you talking to your big hipped, wide boobied bitch. But anyway, he started saying to him like, what was it he was saying? He was asking him all this stuff, and he was like saying to him, what was it? What were we talking about there about? I should make an Errol shirt. You should, Pirate Pain. You will love my... Please do. Please, thank you, Bad Guy. Thank you. Ireland is nearly full. Yeah, it nearly is. Ireland is. Yeah, but you don't... But you could go to Ireland and live there. You wouldn't have to get a DNA test. That's the difference. That's the difference. And also, if you were to go over there, you wouldn't get ran out or told you'd go to prison if you were not Catholic. Do you get what I'm saying? Plus, you're not born Catholic. Like, even if you don't want to be a Catholic, like, say a Catholic was born Catholic because our parents were Catholic. Like, my mum was Catholic, so say my mum was Jewish and not Catholic, right? But my mother was Jewish. But say she was Jewish. Does not matter how much I scream and says, no, I don't want to be a Catholic. But in the other case, it would, if I'm saying if she was Jewish, doesn't matter. I would still be a Jew because, well, a lot of people in the UK still do not believe me and think I'm crazy when I say this. It took me a long time to believe it as well because it's so hard to find it. They say, because the first thing they'll throw at you is, well, how can people convert then? And that's what confused me. But Judaism is a race. Of course it's a race. It is a race. And it was an actual Jew that ended up telling me that. And I was like, what? Then how? Why? It just really confused me for a long time. Because I was like, well then how can you convert? And he said, because when you convert you're marrying a Jew. Usually you convert to marry a Jew. So there's still half of the Jewish. It's just that the dad half is the Jewish. Then when you have children, you're going to raise them as Jewish, of course. And then what's going to happen is eventually they will become Jewish. I mean, there's now black Jews and stuff. Like, Jews come in every colour, every nation. Like, when you go to Israel, do you think they just all speak Israeli? No. Of course, Hebrew is their universal language. But, I mean, there's like Polish Jews, there's German Jews, there's Jews from America, there's Jews from everywhere. Dude, it's crazy. Like, as George Galloway said, you just need to see it. He said, the difference just from like a few footsteps, just a driveway from Israel property to the Palestinians. Well, it was still the Palestinians, but because it was the house happened to be, they'd lived there all their lives and they were Palestinian Christians, and there's Jews on video laughing saying we killed Jesus. And these, like, you could tell they were older because they were terrified and shaken, and George was like protecting them, saying like, leave these people alone, they're scared, get off their law. And he might as well say that it's like, get off their property. And he scared them away, but they're like, we'll be back, we killed Jesus, blah blah blah. And do you know what really annoyed me? They're sitting all smug and they're like shaking this bottle around, they're going, God gave us this land. And I feel like saying, no, he fucking didn't actually. It was the Balfour Declaration or the Balfour Agreement that gave you, because nobody wanted you. It's called Zionism, mate. Thank you, Hitler. Thank you. And I'm being sarcastic because if it wasn't for you, and I know you didn't want this to happen, but if Hitler hadn't done what he hadn't done, Zionism would not be a thing. It would not be. I understand. I'm not saying I don't understand, because, in fact, you know what? I'm getting into the deep water territory here. I trusted you. I trusted you. How could you? I looked at you and I trusted you. Owen strikes out as he hits you. He beats you. Said you're pro Britain, we are saying sell it up. Yeah, I've just football chuck. I'm pro Britain, of course I'm, but you don't understand this. You know what it's like. Come on, of course I'm pro Britain. I voted Brexit. Am I not allowed to have Celtic talk? There's only two football teams right now. Rangers are terrible. I could not support Rangers. We don't have like American football we've only got, like, as you guys call soccer. I'm 100% pro Britain, like 100%. Like, as I said, like, I was at the rallies. I got put on the news. Um, I was in the newspapers. I voted Brexit. Um, just because you have a Celtic top on, Celtic are a Scottish football club. My mum was Irish Catholic. Well, she is. She's not dead, but she's Irish and she's Catholic. She's just not a practicing Catholic anymore, and she lives in Scotland, and I live in Scotland. My sister lives in America, and most of my family live in America. Woo! It's easy to trust the J. They're behind everything. Every rock you turn, darling, Turbo Head. It's like behind everything. They're there. Everywhere you look, ping, ping, ping. There. It's like magic almost, but in a bad way. Do you get what I'm saying? It is. It really is. Skank cunt, how you doing, darling? Oh, thank you, Antoine. Someone just tipped some shekels. Thank you, Antoine. Whoever Antoine is, I'd love to say thank you. So, and if you don't want any shout outs, just say it or whatever, or just do it like 07, so I know it's you. Rest in peace, Jesus. Oh, rest in peace, Jesus. Is with my name. Oh, Skank Cunt. Oh, Skank Cunt. Is that your name? That's a beautiful name. Did you miss... Skank Cunt's my baby bear. I'm his mama bear. He stuck up for me one time. He's really sweet. He's such a good guy. He's so funny. Someone was just being a dick, and they were making ridiculous claims, so he just jumped in and made an even funnier one. And I was like, go baby bear. And he was like, it's okay. Any other ones, I'll get them. Yeah, no, thank you, Skank Cunt. That's what I'm saying. I was just bigging you up there. I was saying thank you so much. I love your name, Anton. That's amazing. So thank you, Skank Cunt, honestly. That was really kind. Thanks for the donation. Trump isn't... yeah. So, thank you so much for tipping me. That was really nice. Tipped. I think I like the word donation. See, but tipped must be a what's it called word? You know the other one? You know what I'm talking about, don't you guys? You guys know what I mean. Rest in peace, Chad, of course. No, rest in peace, Jesus, Chad. Anton is you. Yep, Skank Cunt, good. Busy with work. How about you? How's the kitten? Oh, Skank Cunt got a kitten. Jeff Naughty. Hey, Jeff. Everyone say hey. You on the phone? As soon as I'm off, I can chat. Brilliant, Jeff. I've missed you. I keep missing you. We keep missing. See, because it's different time zones, it's hard to talk. I'll speak to Jeff when he gets off the phone. Chad, the Nun. I voted Trump. Cool. Do you know the Nun? People wouldn't believe it because people in Britain have got fucking flying blimps of Trump, which pisses off. I've got a photo. I don't know if you've seen it on one of my things. I've posted it on my Twitter, and it's literally these idiots selling Trump toilet paper, and they're right outside Parliament Square. And I was doing their filling a thing about Zionism, about Tommy Robertson and how he's managed to do, like, how the power of the Jew, how he can manage to get off with breaking the law, because he did break the law. And they keep saying, oh, but he's stressed out people who have done this. That's all what. That isn't why he done it. He knew he was on probation. He knew if he done this, he knew what was going to happen. If you're told, okay, if you're so in fear for your life, right, and you're told if you go back to that court, doesn't matter if you're a reporter, you can report on fucking something else, but if you go back to that court one more time, I will put you in prison. What does he do? He goes back, films them and says, how does it feel about your conviction? Yes, they are sex offenders. Yes, they are paedophiles. Yes, they are scum of the earth, and somebody should have done it. Someone should have been there to do it. He should not have been. He had been told by the police. But He done it because he knew that the last time people kicked up a stink, and he loves to be part of a controversy because he's dying. He wants people to always be rallied round him, and they all know now he's a Zionist, and they all know he's not a real nationalist, and they think Mossad are good. The power. I mean, the fact he got 52 weeks. It's crazy. Like, it's just, he's in with I was watching that fucking rat that I hate watching, Avi Yemeni, just to find out. He's actually sitting in with what's his name? Who's that? You know, the reporter from Wikipedia. What the fuck's his name? Do you know what I'm talking about? The reporter from Wikipedia, WikiLeaks. That he's lying in prison ward right now. Tommy is chilling. Yeah, exactly. That's what I believe. Exactly. Steve, how you doing, Steve? Pleased to meet you, darling. Yeah, I think he's chilling on a beach. Steve, I believe that. I believe he's totally chilling on a beach in Israel. I don't think he's in prison at all because he can't be seen or heard of. It's all a setup. It's all a con. I don't believe it. I really don't. Julia Assange, yeah, apparently he's with Julia Assange. Okay then. And I'm guessing we're not going to be able to ask for verification from Julia Assange from that, because we all know what's going to happen to Julia Assange. He's going to get shipped to America. Nobody's going to know. It's all fucked up. It's all dodgy. Julia Assange, well done, Steve. Quick on the ball today. That's awesome, Skank. What's Skank saying? Yeah. Oh, it's good. They're making a movie at Tommy. I hope. Ah! Oh, you're brilliant. I hope that's amazing. Yeah, I hope what happens is, like, basically the ending is he's walking home, like, you know how in the ending of like, you know that film where, like, and where the guy was the skinhead guy and his little brother becomes the skinhead guy, with fucking bite the curb, bleeper, nipper, bite the curb, nipper. What the fuck's that film called? Do you know what I'm talking about? But anyway, the end is like he's like running. He's sitting eating an ice cream and he thinks his life's all sorted out. And then the call to prayer happens and it's 4 p.m. And then you just hear so they're all walking to the call to prayer, and like he's just walking with his wee 5'2" swaggering like that. And then you just see a big axe going and just chopping his head clean off him, and it just goes, and you just see a bit of blood, and then you just see his head just go and just roll off, and then on the wee inside his head there's a wee like flag, and it's got a Zionism flag popping out in Minecraft. Jeff, yay! They're making it. I still can't believe they're making a movie. Well, of course they're making a movie. Come on, Jet, what's happening? Oh, we're talking about Tommy Robertson. What a surprise! But Hollywood Jews are making a movie about him. What a hero to the Jews he is. What a hero to the Jewish race he is. Because it's not only that, it's the fact that he's a Zionist as well, and the power that the Jews have over in the UK. I mean, the UK is just, it's crazy. I mean, they got George Galloway, who's fought all his life for Christian Palestinians, atheist Palestinians. There's not a lot of Muslim Palestinians because he can't get to them because they're mostly radicalized by now. But it's just Palestinians that just don't want to be fought and attacked and killed. 40% of children don't have parents because their parents have been fucking killed by all these fucking crazy, not scared to get the bullets out and missiles out and shoot the innocent parents of young children in Israel. It's an ethno-state, and if you speak out against it, then you're an anti-Semite. And English till I die, I'll never stop saying that. Of course they're making a movie about him. Of course they are. He's even admitted he's getting funded by Mossad. He's even admitted, and he's made his own film about how Bailey, get up or go away. How Mossad are good and blah blah blah. He's such a dick, and then he pretends he loves his country. Does he? Fuck. He doesn't love anything apart from himself. I've seen a face. Oh, that's cool. Oh, brilliant. I know Skank on that's funny. American history. Thanks, Steve. Thank you. That's twice you've got me out. Thank you. In Minecraft, yeah, you have to say in Minecraft to cover yourself legally. That can you imagine being up at court and they're reading, and then she said this, and then she said this, and then she did say it was in Minecraft though. Oh well, it's in Minecraft, then she is excused. I'm sorry, sir. I'm so sorry, madam. We didn't know we were playing a game called Minecraft. Is it? Yes, it's Minecraft. Okay. Cheerio now, cheerio. Yes, goodbye. See you later, my lords. Oh, are you been okay? God, Skank can't. No, them little caps I told you. That's amazing. Oh, I want to read that out so much, but I don't know if I'll get in trouble. But probably, if they could, they would probably try and. Do you know that? See, years ago, I watched a thing called American Circumcision, and it was about how little boys in America did not need to be circumcised at all. There was no reason, and non-Jewish men, well, boys, babies, were being circumcised, and how dangerous it was. And they showed you the contraptions they used to circumcise these babies. Now you need to remember, babies are that size, right? And their wee willies are about that size, wee tiny baby willies, right? And they use these things that look like fucking staplers, like this big metal thing like that, and they just go like that and put it onto the wee baby's willy, and just soft skin, and tiny wee baby's willy, and just rip. And there's people that actually talk in chat rooms and say they remember it happening. I'm not talking about when they were babies. I don't know if I believe those guys, but my friend was 12 years old and we were all playing football, well, soccer as you guys would call it, and we were all playing soccer outside, and when we were 12, and he got kicked in the groin, and one of his balls went up, and long story short, he had to get one of his balls pulled back out his stomach, and he had to get his foreskin removed. He needed this big fucking operation, and his ball was in his stomach or something, and he had to get his foreskin chopped off. And it was back. I remember he had a beeper because he was really rich, and he wasn't a Jew, but he was rich for a Scottish guy. Like his parents owned like 3 hairdressers, so we were trying to get hold of him. We couldn't, so we wanted to write him a message on his new beeper, and we sent him a message. The first message, we phoned up, 12 years old, all laughing it was me and all the boys, because like I hung out with all boys, so it was just, we were sitting there going, ask him how his willy is. So we're saying, right, how is your willy feeling? And she's going, I'm not going to write that. And I was saying, okay, right. It took us about half an hour until she'd agree. She must have been thinking, these 12-year-old little idiots. Finally, we says, okay, ask him. Say, it's us. How's your helmet? Ha 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 ha. And she wrote it down and sent it to him. And imagine the poor wee guy, wee Kyle. I just doxed him, but the wee guy, he must be sitting there lying in absolute agony. Like, and then he just gets bleep bleep and thinks, oh, thanks, my beautiful friends. I wonder what they're thinking of me. And then just looks in his bleeper. How's your helmet, mate? Ha 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 ha. Like, I don't know if you say that in America, but in Scotland, if you say, how's your helmet is your foreskin. Do you get what I mean? It's a joke. It was a terrible joke to say, but when you're 12, you're 12, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the caps on the top of the Jewish head. Yeah, well, see what I was going to say in English, right? The point with the story of what I was trying to say was, see the operation in that thing that I was watching? They were telling you in the programme about that American circumcision. There's no reason for... British guys don't get circumcised. British men are not circumcised. Scottish men not circumcised. that apparently, like, it's very weird. Like, for American women have never really seen uncircumcised men. Like, whereas it's opposite in Scotland. It's all in Britain. We don't see circumcised, like, sorry, uncircumcised or circumcised men unless they'd been religious. And I have never, as I said, met a Jew or been out with a Jew or anything like that. And Muslims, yeah, it's just not. I'm just my again, like I've my partners have been, like I said, my own. I don't want to get in terms of service. Everybody is all happy and in love. Anyway, as I was going to say, so what they used to do with the foreskin was, see, what they would do was they didn't remove all of the skin. See the way they do now, which is basically like taking a lassie's clit off because it removes so much of the sensation. They used to do it so they would only cut off the tip, but they made it so that, see, like before, if Jewish people wanted to go in swimming, they would actually put like a bearing, like a ball bearing, like a weight onto the foreskin and pull it down, like so that it would weigh down, and it would still cover it. They still had the foreskin, most of it. It was only they just cut a tiny bit off, and that went because they were doing that so they could still pass as non-Jewish. And but then the Jew rabbis or whoever got a hold of that information, and somebody must have stuck somebody in, grass alert, and because of that they then had to get this horrific thing, which I don't know why, but they also made Goyim get. Because why did Goyim boys need to like, get their penis removed when it's not religious? There's no health benefits at all. If anything, it just is far more dangerous. So why would you put your child through that? I don't get it. I do not get why it goes on. I really don't. I know what you mean. Them little caps. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The first time I played Minecraft. Aha, I bet you did. That's so funny, Skank. My wee Skank, you're amazing. Oh, I would make it in the second I get Minecraft, I'd be like, that's what I'm gonna do. The next time I play, the second I get, see, tomorrow when I get my charger for my laptop, I'm gonna be like, straight into Minecraft, and I'm gonna be like, okay, and then I'm just gonna make a big house with what you said, one of those, like, and put it on my house, and then make a log cabin fire, and I'm gonna try and see, I wonder if you can get Confederate flags. Because see, when you find out that it's not actually, it wasn't all about slavery, it's like, think of the lies we were told. Is that not so crazy? We were told, not just lied about what's going on in Israel and Palestine, but what's going on in like what's been going on everywhere, what's been going on with the 9/11, what's been going on with Jill Dando. There's a lot of British stuff that you guys don't know about that's happening in Britain that is very fucked up. Beautiful young woman being murdered because she knew too much. She was going to expose the war that Tony Blair was about to do with George Bush, and she got murdered because of it. Jill Dando, just Google Jill Dando, in the 90s, she was about to expose the crimes that was about the lies about the crimes of the weapons of mass destruction. Her name is Jill. Look her up if you ever get time. Write it down, keep it. Dan Doe. Beautiful woman. Just look up the conspiracy. Or you'll be able to see if you look up the conspiracy. You'll have a look at that. It's amazing. You can cut Tommy foreskin, but you can't. Yeah, exactly. I believe that. I mean, his last name. He says his last name is Stephen Yak Lennon. I don't know if Yaks is a Jewish name, but apparently he says he dropped the Yaks because, like, he never talks about who his dad is. He says his dad walked out or something like that. I don't believe that. I just don't. And also, see when he was remember he was reading that like he was doing that story and he said he was on probation and he couldn't say the real story because he'd be in trouble with his probation worker and blah 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 blah. I mean, he's already admitted now he is a Mossad asset. That's what he said. But how long do you think he's been one, eh? When did he turn then, if that's true? If he's only just became one, how long for? And how are people so stupid not to question more? Like, I don't get it. And it's like he's flaunted it to the point where people are like, no. And that's why there's been splinter fractions in the UK, basically fighting off, saying we don't want to be part of you. You're a Zionist. And there's a few groups like that speaks to that. Like one of them is called Britain First, and the other one's For Britain. Both of them are very good. One is run by Anne-Marie Waters. The reason I like her is because she does not want any religion that, if it's kosher or if it's halal, she wants to ban both. She thinks anyone that has religious things where a woman cannot like have their own trial, like Sharia law, like a Jewish court has that with Orthodox Judaism, where there was a thing on Netflix that I seen years ago, and this was obviously before they made it not allowed to say it, and it was called One of Us. Terrified me. It was about Orthodox Jews and women. How I didn't know they shaved their head, by the way. Hello, thanks for the shout out, Big Goy Productions. Why didn't you tell me? It was all about how if a woman wanted to leave her husband, she had no chance. Like, this woman was a battered wife, okay, down in London, because there's so many in London, but they all live in this separate little part. And she'd went and she tried, the husband and all the families came round, and you could hear them banging on the door trying to steal the children back. And they finally cornered her outside the school and grabbed the children, ripped her wig off her, and beat her up on broad daylight, because it was all other Jews. They said they saw nothing, heard nothing when the police came. Took her children off her. She tries to get her children back, the police won't get involved. It's kind of like the Sharia law, but it's more powerful, the Jewish law. I don't know what it's called exactly, but the Jews run over it, like the family proceedings, and the father wins, and the mother gets left with nothing. And it was all because, like, he just wanted her to come back home. He was beating the shit out of her. She would have died if she'd already had 7 kids. He wanted more children. She says she was having, every time she'd have a child, she'd have like she'd have that postpartum depression, because he didn't love her. He was just pumping her full of kids and then beating the crap out of her. And I had no idea. Why did they shave their heads? Does anyone know? Please tell me. Oh, bye, Skank Cunt. Thank you so much, by the way, darling. Love you, Skank Cunt. Bye-bye, darling. Bye-bye. Oh, that's not true, by the way. English till I die. It was a lie. I'll explain it to Skank Cunts. The latest time, yeah. He's the one on midget. He's the one on midget. No, well, see if you go to TR News right now, they'll tell you they phoned up the news. They found Ezra Levant was just in the prison yesterday. That's why I said I had to watch that stupid, annoying rabbi media on trnews.com. If you go to trnews.com, Tommy's fine. Tommy's been, apparently, I think he's on a beach, as Skank Hunt said, in Israel somewhere. But apparently it's a complete lie. He's not been in general population, not once. He's not seen another prisoner since he's been in prison. The only person he's talked to, apparently, is that guy we were talking about. What's the famous guy called again? What's this? I just said his name. You know how I mean. I was going to say, but I'm not going to buy Skank Hunt. Oh. You're going to say, I'm not going to buy. I was going to say, I'm not to buy Skank Hunt. What do you mean? I think this is talking to herself. I'm talking to you, English till I die. Where is everyone leaving? Is everyone leaving? Oh, it must be, right, it must be starting, I think. She could talk for England. I could. Sorry, I'll let you go. English can I ask you one question? Do you know why Jewish women shave their head? Ezra Levance, aye, Steve. You're bang on. Steve, do you know why do Jewish Orthodox women shave their head? That's what I'm asking, mate, babes. Will some man please tell me why did Jewish women shave their heads? Rabbi Media, yep, 100%. Ezra the Jew ran Zionism. He's away. Right, I'll speak to his letter, right? I love yous both, and remember, free, free Palestine through the water and the blood. We will one day walk in the sun. Should be anti-Zionism. Probs just to embarrass them. Yeah, I'm not leaving. Oh, thank you. Jeff, don't know. Yeah, I've always wondered as why. Oh, thanks, right, I'll stay a little bit. So that, yeah, I think it's so they look unattractive. Yeah, I think it is, Steve. I think it's like humiliation thing, because not only ultra orthodox, Jeff, is the ones that I was watching about that I told you about. It's called where you know how kind of the same with you get like they showed you on the program. There's three types of Jewish parts. There's culturally Jewish, which is not religiously Jewish. That's the race. That's if you're an atheist or you're something else. You know, you're just not. You're just culturally Jewish. You know, like the comedians and stuff. Then you get more. I can't say it. Like you get like there's a medium one, medium Orthodox or something like that, and then you get like Orthodox Jewish. Like the medium ones, like they wear clothes, but they can't wear vest clothes and like slutty clothes or anything like that. They have to be kind of covered up, but not fully. Orthodox is the big cheese hat and everything, you know. Sorry. Sorry, talk away, sorry. Bye, we can't get a damn word in. So that. Sorry, talk away, I'll listen. Sorry. Do, 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 do. Okay. No, I'd be a Jew then. I'd be like the biggest Jew hunter ever. Only some Hasidic. Yeah, Hasidic. Do you get what cheese hats? It is like a big cheese hat, though, eh? It's like a big cheesy hat, like, and how uncomfortable would that be walking around wearing that? Like, you'd be like, oh. But you see them in London, and I'm not being cheeky, but they must. I don't think they're allowed to use deodorant because they always smell very bad. Like, and I'm not being mean. I'm really not being mean. It's just whenever if you know when you catch a whiff of someone, and if a big group of Jewish men walk past, you always go, oh, like it's like a musty kind of ew smell, like bio mixed with I don't know what they use, but there's something that makes them smell very bad, and it's always with the Hasidic Orthodox Jews. My eyes did go squint. I did go squint there. I went kind of squint there. I don't have a squint. It just went. That was crazy. Maybe I maybe I fell on my bed and hit my head. Oh, I feel weird now. Anyway, yeah. So I think what Steve is saying is right. Because when I watched it, see when he pulled the wig off her, she said the night of her wedding night, what happens is they have to shave your head the night of your wedding night. And she said she cried her eyes out. And then she had like a full serum, like where I'd set all my makeup and like beauty products. Just all wigs on the wall. And they're not for the rest of your life you're not allowed to have hair. You have to wear wigs. So Ben Shapiro's wife will be wearing a wig. Is that not crazy? Or maybe not her, because is he super orthodox? I don't know. I mean, he says he's super orthodox, so I'm not sure. Oh, that's Krusty Panda. Ewok Raid. Oh, hey, you coming in to see Bailey? Ewok, Krusty Panda. Yay. Ewok. Ewok. I truly believe Fortune's mute. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. JP, I've been watching your work. I think your work's really amazing. I've been following it closely. Maybe funky. No, 'cause they can English. That's so funny. Oh, yeah, but I wouldn't want to have to. No, because there's so many. I would have to wear that constantly because there's so many people that smell bad. Like, have you ever walked into like a DF? Like, I was in the DFS like looking for sofas about 2 months ago, and there was a man that literally, it was a big fat white man, and he'd managed to stink up the whole of the DFS, like the whole corner, just with his BO. And I was like, and like everyone walking past was going, like, it's like you'd think people walking past literally going blue having to talk to you, like, and walk past you would give off the hint you stink of BO, go and put some effing deodorant on. But no, he would not. Right, I'm gonna go because I want everyone to have time to, I want to get ready, make dinner, and everyone needs to have time to work before ROTC comes on. And I'm gonna do a bit of a Twitter thing. But Jeff, I'll message you on what's it called, and if I think everyone else has left, if anyone wants to message me on Twitter, have you all got my Twitter? Steve, either. Steve, back to you. English, do you have my Twitter? To go out in public. Yeah, no, yeah, right. So you need Jeff. I'll need to talk to you. Oh wow, Krusty Panda, I feel bad for you. I'd give you a hug. Like, but I'll send you a virtual hug. We can both be sad together. Right, bye. Right, love you all. Right, I know, no, but I can message you on Google Hangouts. Right, take care, everybody, and remember, uh, Twitter is evil. No, I know, yeah, I know it's completely evil, but it's the lesser of evil with Facebook's, because Facebook for me is the epitome of evil. I only use Facebook for my family, and it's just then Twitter's the lesser of evils. They're all evil. All Silicon Valley ones are evil. Right, I better go. We'll talk.